Good morning, it's Cail. I'm going to do some Palia play. There's a lot going on. This Elderwood thing is insane. Okay, my dogs are sleeping, and I'm still having allergy issues, so I look like crap, but we're just going to do it. So I'm going to show you the plot that I've been working on, which has been a lot of work, and it's mostly done, just some finishing touches. And then we're going to talk about the Elderwoods, which areas I tend to like, any little issues or whatever, kind of like a little mini review, very casual. Um, Overall, I like it. And then we're going to talk about the artifacts, and I'll show you a tool that you can use to track the artifacts that you've gotten. So let's go ahead and get this started. I was playing a lot on my laptop, and I was getting game crashes. So it comes up with like a little report for whatever the reason why it crashed. And I've been doing the option you have send and restart or send and close. So I've been sending the reports. I was playing through Steam, so I'm not sure. Like I'm hoping they go straight to the developers, because it happened like if I was playing, say, like a long play, it would be like 5 hours or whatever, and it would crash like 3 times. So it was like, yeah, I don't like that part. So first we're going to go over, I'm going to check my garden before we come over to this plot and walk around there. Let's get over here. So with the new pumpkin and batterfly beans, I've changed my garden up a little bit. Um, there's the stable sign. I just put that in the front here. This is where the other signs are. So I was gonna go live, but I don't know, these dogs, I'm just gonna record. And I mean, if they bark, they bark. Okay, so let's get all these crops. So here you can see I've got 2 beans going and 2 pumpkins, and then a spicy pepper and a blueberry. So I did cut down the number of apples, because the prices of what you can sell these new items for, it's not bad. It's not bad. Oh gosh, you gotta always be in the right position for this. It's like really aggravating. Okay. So, what's going on here? Are these harvestable yet? So I need 1 seed. Trees are fine. So I was doing a lot of crafting. So I used a lot of cotton fabric. And so I made a bunch of cotton seeds so I can grow more cotton. Okay, so let's go ahead and water everything. I broke 1,000 hours, and then I broke, I think, 1,100 hours in the game. It's insane. I played a lot. It was a holiday weekend, and I was like, I'm not doing a bunch of chores and stuff and projects. I'm just going to relax and play Palia. So that's what I did. Plus, the weather was kind of crappy, so it's not like hubby and I could really, like, go out and do anything, Not that we really can with the dogs, but, it is what it is. I didn't mind. I just sat there and put stuff on TV and did a little bit of football from the UFL. Just had that going in the background. Okay, so the next thing I want to get is the, I hope I'm not making you dizzy. Make myself dizzy. Okay, let's take a look, see what I got here. I got 11 apples. I have blueberries, let's see. Let's keep 4, because I made some seeds. Tomatoes, I got 20, so I'm going to sell those. Sell that. Sell that. Okay. But I want to get out these. I need some more of that. Bing, bing, bing. There's none in there. Are you serious? What's this? I don't need that. Why does it keep making that? I don't want it to make that. I don't have any of those here. That's really aggravating. I don't know if there's anything specific that makes these. I would have to look that up. I don't know. Let's just put these. Let's put these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's meat that makes those. I don't know. We'll test it out. I gotta get more of these. Seriously. Let's just put those in there. There's plenty of those over in the Elderwood. Okay. I was making light bulbs. I used a bunch of light bulbs. So we definitely have to make some more glass. And I've done what I was kind of doing was I get on, do my garden. If I needed to go do a kilima run for like clay or copper or whatever, then come back, dump everything off, then run over and do a Bahari run and get iron. For the most part, iron. And then come back and dump that off and then go do an Elderwood run. So it's kind of a loop. So see, I used a lot of these too. I used some pallium. So let's do these. I'll just have to go get more clay. The other smelters are on the other plot. Okay, so I used a bunch of flow wood. Let's do these. I need this. Although I think I have some over here. Oh Lord. Okay. There's that. I'm gonna sell those. 4, 2, 3. Let's do another 100 of those. Okay, just to keep the supply up. Because I did use a lot of resources. Used a lot of fabric. Like I used all my fabric. I even used some of this stuff. I need to make mine. Let's use these. Wait. 69.53. Got a bunch of these. I wish there was something else that made cotton other than cotton, right? It's like, let me use an alternative. Let's put in 5 of these. And we'll make some of this. Okay, so that takes care of the crafters. And then I'll go over, and this has just been like a pain. I'm just doing like 5 apples, kind of mixing things up. Because the apple trees, I have less apple trees. No, I just want 5. So that's kind of been whatever. Just deal with it, right? See, like I made here pickled tomatoes. I'm trying to stick to like kind of be a little organized and do this row of seed things here as apples, but I was kind of like missing some apples because it depends on when the apple trees when you harvest them. It's kind of weird. Okay, let's do what's the tomato? Let's look over here. Pickled tomatoes are 34. Corn is 60. I could do corn. Let's do 5. Then we'll just sell it. And then another one. What's this one? Those are tomatoes. Let's do. See, the pumpkin is 101. So we can do one of those. make money. I gotta make all the money. I spent a lot of money too. Here's my seeds so I can plant cotton. Okay, let's look at my seeds here. 13 of the apple tree, so I got 52 cotton. Everything's about this one I need to do. Yeah, I don't know what I was using that for. That makes one makes 6 seeds, so that's cool. So we'll do that. These are the butterfly beans, and let's put in. Those sell for $135. That's a good price. Let's put in 4. And this is pumpkins, which I have 31. Those only sell for 37, the seeds, but the pumpkins sell for 132. So I need to grow pumpkins. But you can only have 9. I mean, I could get rid of another apple tree. I'll have to look at the layout. Let's do it's hard to think about. So it's a carrot, spicy pepper. I only have 16. Let's do potato. Let's do potatoes so that then I can do 1 makes 4. Right, so since those things are 4, they're 2 by 2. The pumpkins and the butterfly beans. I could do another pumpkin here and just alternate the blueberry and the spicy pepper. And then I'll grow them. It only grows 1 pumpkin. That's kind of dumb. I think it should be 2. But it is what it is. Okay, what time is it? 1:55. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's go decide what we're selling. Oh, let me go check my guy over here, who's all by his lonesome. I really need to put some decor around him. Give me a flow tree seed. Nope. Whatever. Thanks. Oh, I did redo this area over here. I put the little lights there so I know like where to cut in on the gate. Instead of running into the fence, then I lined up all the preserves and the seeds. Kind of opened that up a little bit. Put some wood down. Now that they upped that a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. Okay, we're gonna sell, let's just double check the tomatoes, the blueberries, that, so 300, that, I have 20, 19 seeds. So what if I just keep one there and make that 20 and 20 and sell those? Look at that, 1,350. So I'm at 26. So I was up at 150. Now I'm at 45. I was like spending money. I was buying stuff. Oh, okay, and these here. Don't forget the apples. I'm just carrying 5 with me. I'm not really worried about focus. Okay, now we're up to 62. Yeah, I want to get this number back up. I don't know what to do with this stuff here. It's just dumb. Okay, so that takes care of that. So let me check my tools and all that. So I'm almost to level 500. That's pretty cool. Should probably happen today at some point. And I'm almost at level 25 for fishing. So I'll finally get the next accomplishment on that. All the other ones have been going up except for the cooking. It did go up a little bit. This needs to get to 50. This needs to get to 25, these two here, for these accomplishments. Yeah, I know the Majiri market's going on. I did it yesterday one time. It just doesn't give you so much. I want the little dragon plushie again, but that's like 8,000. It's so expensive. They really need to lower that because they don't give you a lot when you're doing the Papa Choppa and all this Chase Choppa and blah blah blah. Like they just don't get very much out of it. And I was even in a party, so I don't know. They need to fix that. So here I'm still working. I'll show you the artifacts thing. I have gotten some plushies, so that was fun. I got these guys. Well, not this one. I got the all blue one. I'm all done with this. Like, these are all completed. There's nothing new. Here, I finally found, thanks to Melody Rose Gaming. You can check out her channel, too. This, I found the last treasure chest. It was in a spot that nobody else listed. Okay. This one is the shrines. I still need one more flower. I can't even get the artifacts I need to upgrade my relic to tier 3. So this is like ridiculous. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, all those three are related to each other. I managed the Elderwood Entomologist. I'm working on this one. Oh, not that one. That one's done too. So these are done, the bugs. The fishing, I gotta get that and that. And then I'll have this part and then just work on getting them started, but that's going to be really hard because I hate the fishing now. They made the fishing harder, they buffed it and made it harder, and now I hate it even more. I hated it before, but now I hate it even more. I don't know why they did that. It's not a particularly fun thing to do in the game. Like, I would have preferred if they even, like, just left the fishing alone, added the new fish, left the difficulty level out of it, and maybe added another creature, maybe another, like, deer-like creature to hunt in the Elderwood. Because that would have been more fun. But that's my opinion on this fishing issue. And I know other people are having a hard time too, so. This one I'm missing the pearl. And even though I keep getting these, I keep not getting the pearl. What the hell? This is the starred one. I've gotten these, but not starred. I did get this one finally. And this one. Those are the couple I was missing. I got this one done, this one done. Of course, I haven't been cooking. I have nobody to cook with. I'm working on that. I got the Umbran and the Elderwood furniture all done. There's my beans are done. I'm working on the pumpkins. I'm working on the essence. I'm at 7,000 out of 10 for this level, I guess. I still need these infected. I keep forgetting to look for them. I guess I just have to make that a mission. Again, with the frickin' fish, I haven't done any of them. It's like, yeah. We'll talk about that when we get over to the Elderwood. We're going to go over to the Elderwood. And then here, this is infected. I haven't seen these infected. The 3 that I'm missing there. Got that. I haven't actually been hunting Mugen over in the Elderwood, and I got this one. So those are the accomplishments that I've gotten to. So I was going to go over here and check my I'll come back and redo my garden with the fertilizer stuff in a sec. I want to see what's going on here. Now that I'm not hunting that guy, really, yeah. Been going through a lot of fine arrows. That's like cost a fortune in resources. That's why I had to go and run over to Bahari to get that heartwood. Pain in the butt. Okay, so that's where I am. I did finally also get Hassians up to max. I got his little photo. I'll show you where I have it. It's hilarious. So now I'm going to move on to gel, I think. Kind of just... Who's up here? Who can you do that with? Nobody yet. I'm not doing the girls. Einar, that's kind of weird. I'll do that after the guys. So gel is next, and then Nio, then Reth. Oh, there's little Ulfe. I don't know how you say it. So, okay, let me dump this off here. All of those have that. Let's do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Oop, and this one. Okay, and then let's dump these off. I have another worm maker on the other plot, so we'll have to look. Okay, so before we go over there, okay, let's talk about the Elderwood. I like the Elderwood. It's a little dark, it's a little hard to see, especially because I'm old and my eyesight's a little funky. But for the most part, it's not bad. At first, it was very confusing to get around. I still think they should have more fast travel areas there. And the one that's up in the tree, okay, stables don't go in a tree. That needs to come down to the ground. Then if you want to climb around the trees, climb around the trees. That needs to come down to the ground. There's a bit too much of the slime over in Mauve Way and in the bog, whatever. I'll show you that in a second. The central stables, again, I think it's like just a little too dark. They need to lighten that up a little bit. You want to be able to see the people there and so on and so forth. So let me just go over there. Oh my gosh, is that the garden already? Oh shoot, spa. Wait, hold on. Maybe this one won't be so bad. There's a pumpkin. Ooh, weeds. Get out, weeds. Alright, I'll water and then we'll go on. Always like when I'm ready to go do something, it's like, oh, garden. The other thing that I really just wish that they would come up with is a sprinkling method for this freaking garden. I don't want to do this. It should be like, think of like the Paltech, fill this up. Think about the Paltech technology, like how it looks, and then think of a recipe that's a sprinkler that's Paltech, like a Paltech sprinkler. And then it's like with iron, copper, you know, maybe like a quartz, you know, maybe it's powered by a quartz crystal. So you need like a quartz crystal, and then you buy the recipe from, I don't know, probably like Hodari, and that's going to be a certain cost. And then you can like place the thing, and it does 199 block area or whatever. And it does it like once a day. And then you can like refill it. Maybe it has like a tank on it. And then you refill the tank. And then you just are watering one thing. Seriously. Okay. So, it's daytime. So let's go over and look at the plot. Then we'll go to Elderwood. And then we'll talk some more about, when I want to talk about the artifacts. I wasn't going to do that. Okay. So this is called Pern. Pern is a planet in a fantasy series. Well, it's kind of like sci-fi fantasy series by Anne McCaffrey. And like she wrote them quite a while ago now. And it involves dragons. So since I picked the landscape that shows the dragons, I decided I would name it Pern because it's one of my favorite fantasy series. It's really good. So I had the floating house here, and I was not going to put anything else on the plot. But I was like, I'm not going to grind for another plot and start fresh. So I just was like, I'll just use this one. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And so this is what I'm going to do. Okay. So here's how it looks. So you look down to the left. See the dragons? It's very cool. And then you look down to your right. And I like the way they did the little pond there with the rocks around it. So I did come out here and I put the new stable sign there. And then I have this little seating area out here where it's not supposed to be. Right. It's not supposed to be there. So you come in and it's like a maze. There's a floating house up there. But we're not going to go in there first. And this is what you see looking to your left. I got a water too while I'm at it. Get this out. Should repair it. I have a bunch of flowers I was planting. So here's going down to your right. So I made like a little arch here. It's so cute. I really am proud of this one. I like the way it turned out. And then you come up, and this is like, it's like kind of like you're in the woods, but you're not. So no, yeah. So this was all the work I've been doing over the past, probably like the past week. So I made a little seating area here with the ranch house fountain. I still cannot figure out what the trick is to glitch something into that. I don't know why they just don't make it so you can just put it in there without any kind of like glitching or whatever. Just let us put something in there, flowers or whatever. And I got like the little fountains here with the seating area and my little Agopu poo-poo, call them poo-poo slush, plushie little seating area here so you can admire the fountains. I don't know if I want to make the tree taller. I kind of like them like at that level. So then when you come over here, and there's a pavilion, and the house is to the left. But over to the right is the garden. And I have a bunch of plants in my inventory that I need to, that's what it looks like back there. You're like, what is this place? I have a lot of flowers I need to plant, but I haven't gotten around to that yet because I was actually using them. So, I'm just looking for that little water thing. Okay, so here's the entrance to the house. And you come around, and out here, I'm kind of like cutting that off. Like, don't go that way. You can jump right over it, but it's kind of like, yeah. And then I made just a little seating area out here. And I was using mostly the Moonstruck furniture set. One day what I'll do is I'll come in here and all of these flowers, not that, all these flowers here, 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 like I'll plant them all in there. I got 6 of those. These. Yeah, so I will plant them in there and it will look like a little bit more full. But I like this little area. It's pretty cool. And then over here I put some of the bugs from the Elderwood in there. Butterflies, and then I've got like the beetle over here. And some Bahari stuff, which is the beetles are kind of creepy. So yeah, so it's kind of like I put the pine trees there. It's just like a little wall, like it's a nature wall. And then I've got this big arch here in front of the house. Um, it's really weird. Like they made these, what do you call them? These platforms, these little terraforming platforms, the terraces. And they didn't even make them really the right height. And they didn't make them like collision free for like certain things like a ramp so you can get on it without having to jump on it. So they need to do that because I was like jury rigging the way to get up there without having to jump, and I don't really like it that way, but okay. So let's go on in and you can see what I was working on. I went with the Cernuck wallpaper. Let me get this door to shut. And then I've got a little seating area over there. I put the little mining thing in here. I like crystals. And everything's lit up because I like a lot of light. So you'll see lights everywhere. Little Cernuck plushie over there. There's the trophies from the Elderwood accomplishments up there. And then there's the 3 collecting ones over there. A little magic kit. And then they gave us those plushies. So that's kind of how the living room, there's a little backpack down there. It's really cute. It's homey. I made it kind of homey, comfortable, and I like the way it turned out. And then you go into the hallway, into the courtyard, and that is the dining area. So I've got a couple of tables. I'll probably end up making 2 more chairs, 1 for each table. Little water feature. It's a nice, it's like open air dining. Open air dining. So you can see out there, and you can see the dragons up there. And I've got like the cooking stuff. I never do cooking, but I need to practice, so I'm gonna start trying to get on that. I just don't like, I don't mind the cooking mechanic or the little mini game that goes with the cooking. What bugs me is the time limit. I don't have that fast reflexes now that I'm older, and it just screws with me. So I didn't really put anything in the corners, just a couple of little flowers here. Here's a sink, a little sink area, and some dishes. This little seating area out there, and then I made like a little desk, little like mini office. You can come out here and do your work, turn in your reports to Kenley about the state of the kingdom. I do have a couple of dishes here. I don't think I cooked them though. I forget where they came from. I know I didn't cook them. Right? I wish I could do it better, but I just can't. So here you go into the bedroom. Just go to the right. And this is the bedroom. So I picked 2 large rooms off of the courtyard. Now you got to remember, the floating house was here. And I had no intentions of doing anything else with this plot. I was going to start with a new plot and go from there. Now I have the Haven Park plot with the floaty stuff in the air. I will probably change that to something else because I don't like it. I decided I don't like it. So you got a little seating area here where I can do my cross stitch. It's my little sewing kit. Sewing kit here. I would love for my bedroom to look like this. With another little plushie. We were doing like some serious schmoll hunting. One day there were like 3 of us. We were like killing machines. It was insane. but we had fun hopping around and whatever. That's to the back. We'll go out that way. Just very cozy. Then I made a little seating area out here. Here's where I got to water. I'm going to take one of these flow trees, and I'm going to stick it on that red present, and I'm going to put it out by my little seating area. But I want it to get a little bit bigger. There's the back porch. And you can, that Elderwood furniture, you can change the color. I made those white. They look real pretty and white. You can do it purple. And then I got that little thing from Tish's furniture store, that chest. Put the arcade machine out. Let me water this guy. He's a little close to the machine, but I'm just putting him there temporarily. And I just made this little seating, real simple, so you can make the elderwood branch pink. It's pretty. I think this was pink. And then this is the view. So if you sit down, oh my gosh, sit. And you take a look, see, you're like, I got the dragons and those little buildings that you can't get to. You can't even get to them. It's really irritating. So that's like the bedroom outdoor area. So you can make them white. They look funny. It's like moss on them. It's hilarious. So that's the bedroom. Just cozy. I just decided, I was like, I'm sick of putting the bed up against the wall. I'm just going to stick it in the middle of the room. I was like, I'm just going to jury rig this design. I'm going to stick the bed in the middle of the room. Or along the open wall, I should say. And we'll just work with it. So then you come over here, and this is the bathrooms and the sitting room. So I managed to get some outdoor things in here. Like this little couch, the swinging couch. There's another of the backpacks, and then I put these two together like this. Just flip one around. You can't really quite get them too close together, so I was like, well, let me just backlight that area and put them there together. That's kind of how it looks down that way. And then over here, there's another little couch. Here you've got the little where the toilet is. My little dragons. My little dragons. Then you've got the tub right in front of the fireplace so you can have a warm bath. So you can see the arbor is floating. So I just put some flowers there, trying to hide that because it's not actually like really sitting there. I don't know how to explain that, but I got it in there. I managed to get it in there. I doubt I'll do really anything much with it. A little bit of carpeting. I might want to get another one of the small ones and put it over here by the door. And then I made like a little dressing room type thing with the sink, and I used the little mermaid chair. Some of the spa stuff. There's Hassian's photo. The love of my life. The love of my life. I'm betraying Hodari. Hodari was first. Hodari will always be first. Yeah, so that's the bedroom. It's real pretty. I like the way it came out. It's lit up, but it's not lit up. Not as much as like the living room. Okay, so check this out. I put the bridge, the railroad bridge, little minecart bridge, right outside the window. I got it as close as I could. You used to have to step up a little bit. Yeah, I see you step up. You come out, and this is a little seating area out back. So you're on the south side. It's the layout. It's like a maze. Just go around. This is the back area here. You can get to that circle back there. You can get to that. But we're not going to go back there. Okay. You need water? Why do you need water? I'll give you water. Fine. Anyhow, so I was using the planks for stairs because they don't have any stairs except for the stairs for the mine track thing. These gigantic, heavy, bulky stairs. I'm like, I'm not using that. So you can go out back here to go to that platform up there if you want. So I kind of put the 2 elderwood branches there. And then just a little seating area. There's a lot of those here. It's just a chill place. It's a place to just come and chill. So you can see this terrace is connected to this one, so I had to put these little stepping stone things there. And I just made this just little decorative area here with the fishies. Just to kind of, I want to break it up. Now here, this is the low platform, not the tall one. Well, it's kind of tall. I'll probably put steps there so you don't have to do that. Or maybe they're 2 different heights. I don't know, probably like another more steps. It just makes your item count go up. It's irritating. So that's irritating. See, like this one you can like literally just walk up, but the other one you have to jump. So I'll have to put stairs there. So you can see kind of what it looks like. You can see the fountains back there. That's where we were. So back over here, let me water these trees. I need water again. I've got a couple of the elderwood ancient trees back over here. And there's one behind there I'm going to have to get over there. But I don't think I'm going to water anymore. That's kind of what it looks like over there. So right now we're under the floating house. I didn't even realize like the floating house is sitting on the platform. On that platform right there. I didn't realize that, but I guess so. So anyhow, cut through here. And here's the other seating area back here. I stuck that tree back there. Yeah, I don't think I'll water it anymore. Is it the same height? Yeah. Because it fits like right there with the arch. It's all kind of like together. Like I wanted it to look kind of what's the word? Like overgrown. So lots of growth, like plants and stuff. And then there's another little seating area back here. I actually put the tree in the right spot. First try. It's like, can I get... I kind of almost got stuck back there. And then just a little privacy screening. Some reading material. And come around. Some decorative. So if you go this way... So this must be the tall platform since I used the ramps. That's where the pine trees are. And then there's the fountains. So I was using the mossy rug here as a pathing. And go over here, kind of see what it looks like. It's all like glowing, and you can't put ceiling lights up there, so I can't light up the area that way. It was fine. I got them on the building. There's one up there on the building. So I put 2, one on each side of the break. So I've got an area back over here, and I put the little deer around so you kind of feel like you're in the woods. It's rocks, more reading material, some little buggies, more flow trees. So here we're under the platforms in the front of the floating building. And then I did another one over here. There's the grown-in gazebo thing. One over here, another little seating area with the bookcases. I really like those bookcases because they come with stuff already on them, so you don't have to go buy a bunch of books and waste your money. With one of the fish from the Elderwood. Just kind of glowy. So there's the back of the house, or the side, I should say the side. It's a seating area back there. And you come up here and you're going to go into the gazebo. Here's some fishies. Now the gazebo I did in the Dragon Tide, for the most part. I don't want the trees. Those two ancient trees, I might go one more. But I kind of like them at this level, like eye level, you know, like, so you can see how it looks like you're in the woods. So I did get the windmill, put that on there. Hi fishies, he's slithering in there. So here I put a wood floor as close as I could to the steps, and then put a couple of the planks to cover the gap between the terrace and the steps. So I got something down there needs water, but I don't want to water the tree. And this one. That one's really super close to the tree. Is it that one? Jump down there. Oh, okay, that one's fine. Okay, so this is the like guest bedrooms. I got the little harp there, little mermaid harp. I think I have 3 mermaid recipes, 2 or 3. Then my little plushie, the dresser, some books to read, the bed. So these lights that are on the pillars, I need to get up on the bed and straighten them out and center them on the pillar. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's kind of like an open air bedroom. You can see the waterfall, and then like a little vanity here where you can put your face cream on at night. That's the gazebo. See the gap there? You can see it when you're coming out. Because you can't. I could probably do maybe one more plank, but then it would make me go up. This is pretty level, all things considered. So you can see the other seating areas over there, one there, and the one way back there, and then the one over here. And then the windmill separating the gazebo and the conservatory. And where you see all these little short curved spring lamps on the ground, that's where stairs are. So you know like where to go down. So here into the little open air gazebo, I put a couple of umbrin couches, some lights, and I put the flow tree, which I'm not going to let it grow any taller, right in the middle. As close to the middle as I could get by looking at it. Which is pretty cool. I did that with the other one. I put another one on the other plot, Arcadia. So you can come up here if you wanted to go back over that direction, or you could go down here. And I never did remove this stone wall from the first time I was putzing around here, because I like the way that the flow tree grew into it. Like it literally is like like it grew into it. It's pretty cool. So I just left it there. And I decorated it a little bit. I'll probably put one more of those little branch things on the other side. It's just a little storage. And then you come around. We are on the far left corner. I watered these already. And we're going to go into the conservatory, which has the arch, again matching the house. And so see, I put the carpet, you can see the carpet's like not actually touching the terrace. So I just moved it as close as I possibly could, and it's just enough where you just kind of step up like just a tad, not really much. And then I think I put something there, plank. So you kind of step down a little bit there. I think it's a wood floor. Step down a little bit, then you come back up. It's not too noticeable. And this is the conservatory. So I've got bugs on one side and fish on the other, and my nice little spa going on here. I put the little rubber ducky in that. So I used the red present to sit that Emberborn planter on and shove it in there. I was like, you're going in there. That's where I want you to be. It's me to go in there. So there's fishies on that side and the Elderwood map. And a little Cernuck plush, little chill area. Come out there and warm up after your bath. And then here are the bugs, a little dressing area. I used a little bit of the Ravenwood stuff. The Ravenwood stuff actually goes pretty good with the Umbran and the Moonstruck. Those three like go really well together. Then the little buggies. I put some curtains, which were really funky to fit there, but it works. Not perfect fit, but it works. And then the little bug thing from Awning. So I put the curtains on the other side. So then, and this was real fun to do, you come up the stairs and you're upstairs, and this is another little spare bedroom. You just gotta be careful coming around. I don't know if I can move the bed back any further. And then I've got a little dresser, some candles, just real super chill, like the super chill vibe. And the sink over here with a little mirror. You can check yourself out. So here's one of the things that I want to send a ticket in for. You can see the Paltech ceiling fan right there. They will not turn. They're on, but they're not rotating. And I think they're not rotating is because I changed the color to white, to the white, and now they're not turning. So I have to put a ticket in for that. I'm like, what's up with that? So yeah, so I want them to be turning. They're not, it's not like they're going to hit anything. So yeah, they should be turning. So I'll have to put a ticket in for that. But overall, I like the way that it came out. And all of these ideas and stuff were all, for the most part, spur of the moment. Like, let me just see what happens if I put this there, right? So you can see how it's floating. There, the carpet and the piece of wood floor. Okay, so before we head over there, there's a little path here, a little diverging path. If you go to the back, we'll go to the back first. Here's the little corner, and I put like a little altar shrine thing here. It's a fake shrine. It's a fake shrine. Mark off where the gate is if you want to go in the back. I have to mark it off because, you know, I'll run right into the fence. I need to move this over just a little bit. a little bit like that. Alright. And then there's this little thing. So I'm trying to use those little wood things. I forget what they call them. Pavers. To mark off like pathing. So you come out here, and this is where I jury-rigged the path out to this little lake. I'll call it a little lake. Where I managed to put the flow tree on top of the red present. And stick it out here. And I use the lily rattan furniture out here. Because you're under these like yellow trees. Doesn't really go with the rest. I mean, yellow and purple are complementary, so. Then you can look at the waterfall while you sit here and the other waterfall. I could probably come out with some more of the stone floors, but literally I just wish they would let us just put stuff here without having to do this rigmarole on the floor, because the brick below there is real pretty, you know, it just looks nice. I just wish they'd do that. Okay, so then you come back over here. Look, I made the conservatory pink. Pink and purple. And I used the little frogs that they gave us back here. So then you can come over here, and this is the little bar. Back going on back here. Look at the way those things are glitched into each other. Not really, they're like merged into each other. Shimmering like that's kind of weird. I wish it wouldn't do that, but whatever. Put a couple of frogs back over there. And again, I'm doing like a lot of light. Got the candles, the little homestead lamp there. The little, I think it's Umbra. I stuck somebody up there. What is it? It's an ancient amber beetle. I stuck him up there. Sorry, dude, you're all up there by yourself. Poor thing. So yeah, so that's like the another little chill spot. You can come over and have a drink. I don't drink, so yeah. And then this is the other main walkway. So there's two, one on the left and the one on the right. And the one that's kind of like underneath the house. That sounds funny. It's underneath the house. So yeah, see how it looks back over there. So when you look over there, you're like, what's over there? You can tell that there's things over there, but it doesn't look like a city grid or anything like that. It's like a little forest, I guess. Well, I could probably put more trees, but okay, so these guys here need water. I was trying to figure out like where I was going to put these flowers, moving things around. So I have like some blue accent flowers along with the purple. So here's the little grove thing that you get when you finish. I think it's one of the quests that you do. You get that and you can put it on your property. And then you can loot it every day. I like keeping it like that. It looks cool. If I go and loot it, it will I'll show you. You can walk up in here, and when you hit loot, that little glowy kind of the little cloud goes away. I didn't even see what I got. Oh, I got a seed. One day I think I got like 75 essence, but nothing like super spectacular. I kind of wish that after you loot it, it would still have that little like kind of like mystic look around it, but like that animation would stay there. And then I really like the way this came out, the little seating area across from it where you can sit. Got a little pine flow tree there, little plushie. That's the other one. A little deer. You can see the little bar area back there. kind of see. There's the other frog. I think that's the bigger one that they gave us. And then we'll go into the floating house after this. So then you come over and you walk under the arch. There's a lot of pergolas around. And then I have like the dressers. I'm using them as decoration. Well, they're real pretty. So you see like the Umbran furniture has that blue. That's why I put like some blue flowers around. And little dressers, like a little wall. A couple of trees. A fountain. A little deer. And then you come through here. See, I have a light there. And you go past all the flow trees. And you come over to the other pavilion. And this is where all the crafting stuff is. So I had these two elderwood branch things too close together, and I kept walking into it. It's like dumb. You gotta go down the middle. So these are where the other crafters are. So let's see what's going on. There's some fabric. 30. I still need more. I just do a little bit of this. Let's just do down to 40. That's fine. Okay, let's see if I have any, there I do. Okay. I'm gonna take that over for the garden. Actually, let's take this and just put that up in there. Let's put, I don't care for these. I don't know. And then I was doing wood. So I'm going to sell these. I guess I got to go over Bahari and do some grove stuff. Or look for flow trees. Just trying to make up some of the pallium that I used for all that crafting that I was doing. I have 11 of the platinum bars, and I still got 10 of those. I need to go get clay. That's just all there is to it. I'm doing stone on the other one, right? Let's do more of this. Doing like 5 at a time. Let's go down to 25. There. Bring that number back up, and then I'll do over here. Oh, here's another platinum. So here I'm going to do, I have 7 silver. Okay, we'll do a couple of silver. I got a bunch of gold. I sold some of the gold bars. Okay, that takes care of that. So everything's just whirling away. And I just made it like a little cozy crafting space. I might, when I save up more money, put a rug in the center there. Like the one that's in the house, that little brown one. That'll look fine. Just put a couple of dressers and storage. Okay, so we're going to keep these and this. Sell these. I'm going to plant this here somewhere. And this goes on the garden. Alright, let's see. Where do I want to plant it? Let's come out here. I could put it out. I can end up moving it out here. That's an idea. Let's take... But I need a red present. Oh, I'll do that later. But let's plant another one. So I have some by the house. Maybe I'll do one over by the garden. Or by the shrine. Maybe by the shrine. Let's go over there. We'll plant it. I'll get some more. I really like the trees, so um, they light up everything. So we'll put that one, let's put it here. I'm trying to remember to come back over here and water it so it'll grow, right? Okay. So when I put that little machine back here, just because it's cool looking, it's like it's powering up the. I'm pretending like it's powering up the craft shop, right? Okay. Let's go into the house, into the floating house. So here's where you come in, right? And the floating house is like right in front of you. So I planted some flowers along the wall there because I didn't have those there before. Just trying to like soften that area up. I might put some more I mean, I have lighting there. So I have one light at the bottom, one sitting on the wall, that little stone wall. Well, it's not little, it goes all the way down there. It's kind of dividing the area up. So anyways, you come up here without falling off, which I've fallen off so many times. I got my little pumpkins. I just left them there after the fall season. It's just like, you know what, I'm just going to leave them there. Like, do I really need to move them? Like, don't get crazy. I did pick up the Christmas stuff, though. And then a little seating area there. And this is kind of what it looks like when you look down where the fountains are. Why did they look all lit up all orange like that instead of yet more yellow? I don't know. I did manage to get, I had, in another video I had the wagon wheels up on this side, but once I put the trees there, you couldn't see them, so I moved them. They're on the back side, which we'll go look at in a minute. So this is the front, and I need to dress this up a little bit, like on the left there. On the left there, I'll probably buy another log and put a log like right here, see if I can like cram it in there somehow. And then maybe like some flowers or something. Because, you know, let's dress it up a little bit. So you come in and this is the living room. And this one I did with the, what's it called? Whatever that colorway is. Calathea colorway. See the hole in the roof? We're going to experience that. Fun. I put a little fun in here. It's a challenge. How do you get up on the roof and why is there a hole in the roof? So over here is the kitchen, which I was working on yesterday. Because at first I took all the cooking stuff and I brought it down to the courtyard. And then I was like, but then it's going to look dumb up here because I did all this furniture in the classic colorway. And I wasn't going to spend the coin because I'm trying to save my money back up after all this stuff to change the colorway on it. So I'm like, you know what, just leave it there and just do another stove, oven, and prep and mixing station. So I did that. So then I was like, well, now I need to kind of redo the area. So I was doing that yesterday. So I've got, here's the like the kitchen. And we're going to pretend that the grimoire over here is a cookbook. It's a cookbook. And then we can do some grilling. We can grill. Just kind of made it like this. Yeah, this whole building was a trip to make. Let's just put it that way. Here's the two stations. What are you doing, little bird? Tripping out. Animation's like funky. Trees coming through a little bit. That's fine. And this is the dining area where I've got the flowers on the ceiling. Which was really bizarre to do. And then the ceiling light's like glitching right through the floor onto the other piece of flooring up on the ceiling there. It's hilarious. I didn't even realize it did that when I put the lamp there. It just did it. So a couple of little Bugsy things going on. What is this one? The spine shell. Oh, that's crab. Crab. I put a little display case there. And I did this little corner over here. It's kind of a mix of furniture styles. Got the ranch and Emberborn, and there's some industrial shelves. I don't know why I did industrial. I'll probably end up taking that down. If I buy another plot, I'll probably take those down and put something else there. I don't know what. Something. Maybe Emberborn. I don't know. And then there's a little back room over here. Some barrels, just like storage. I don't know what else to do there. See how the fan is rotating, but it doesn't have a colorway on it. So that's the living room. We'll come back out that way in a sec. This is the other bedroom. And that Calathea, most part, colorway. I put some scrolls there. You have some reading material. You're doing history research. I had a couple of bookcases there, but walking around them each time was irritating, so I need to figure out something to put there. Maybe I'll do a couple more screens and just put them there in front of the wall. And then you come in and you go around those two screens. See, there's one there. Yeah, I'll put something there. Dressing area. And there's the little toilet area. Everything's green. I didn't do the tub because I wanted the tub to kind of stand out. Here's the sink. Where you can look out. Those are my windows. They don't have windows. They don't have windows for your building other than the bay window, and you can't do that when you're doing a jury rigging building like I did. Uh-oh. I see a puppy woke up. And then here's the tub, and you're looking out over the gazebo. I might be able to put something on the wall up there. I've got the shelves there. Maybe some of the floral stuff. Maybe soften those lines a little bit. Probably do that. Misty, go lie down, baby. Probably should put the rug in the middle of the room. You got to be careful when you're up here so you don't, like, if you try and select something, you end up picking the floor. Everything's connected. All this wood is connected. You just have to cancel out of that. Screw the whole thing up. But yeah, so you can see out to the front. I kept it really open air. Okay, so here's the adventure fun part. Get a drink of water for this. Okay. So if you're a visitor, you won't know anything about this. But anyways, you can like just jump on this thing, and then you have to figure out where's the roof. And like, okay, yeah, the roof is to the left and to the right. You have a little walkway. It's the roof of the floating building. I had a little end, kind of decorative end built up here, but I didn't really like it. So I just left it flat. The only part I built up really was up here, where I put the Dragontide furniture, since you can see, like, okay, so if you sit down, and your view is the dragons, right? Very nice. I could probably move that. Where can I move the flow tree? If I move the flow tree, let's see, where should I move it? Well, it's kind of like with the other one. this flow tree right here. This one. I mean, like, I won't be able to. I mean, really, it's to look at the dragons, not at the platform out there. And these other trees are in the way anyway, so I'll just leave that alone. So, this is the balcony that goes into the living room. It's the living room. It's all nice and open, and you can see down there. And you can see down there, there's the platform. Well, you can see the platform from the balcony. There's the little bridge. And the gazebo. Little fishies. You see the bathroom. There's the wheel that I moved back. There's one there and one on the other side. I mean, if they up the item limit to like 4,000 or whatever, right? I'd probably like make a bunch of those floral things and put them all along the outside of this building, where it would just be like covered in plants and you wouldn't be really like able to see it. It'd be nice if they actually made one of those wall planter things that was actually the size of the wood floor or the stone floor, so when you put it on there, it just covers the whole thing. Instead of like just a little branch and coming out, it would just be the whole square. That would be cool, because I would just cover the whole building, and so it would just look like plants or vines or something. That would look really, really super cool. So that's that. So that's the plot. So as you can see, there's just a few little misty. There's just a few little finishing touches. So like there's the platform that you could do something with, but it would be a real, it's up. So you would have to figure out how to build something to get up here and then put the stone flooring down or whatever. And then you're just going to be using your item limit up like for that. So I'm not going to do that because I have too many other things. So you can see the little hangout area there, kind of lit up, makes you curious. What is that? And then to the left, way down there, where the blue arch is, that's the way to Bahari. And then over the right, you'll see like that seating area out in the distance. So, and then you can use this little puppy to get up here if you want. If you're coming in from the back side, you just hop up here. So that's how the plot looks. It looks really pretty at night. There's just a few more things that I want to do. The item limit is 3,500. I'm at 3,276, so I'm pushing it. But it looks pretty. You can see it's kind of like enclosed. I try to not have them be like too linear, because that's just not my style. What are these dogs doing? My stomach's gurgling. It's like, eat something. But I ate a banana. I don't want to eat more. Okay, so let's go down here. So let's talk about the Elderwood. Let's go into the review kind of section. Let's see if I can get there without crashing. First of all, because when I was crashing the past few days, it was when I was moving between regions. So I would crash, and then when I turned the game on again, I was like trying to go to Kilima. I would be in Kilima, but the game had crashed. My PC's like, turn the fan on. It's like, turn the fan on, give me some airflow. I'll put my little baby fan on. Okay, I got it. Managed to get over here without crashing. I forgot to sell that stuff while I was at the house. Okay, so let's talk about the central stables. It is like this area, like, it's too dark. Like, they need to put some more light. I want to be able to see where to go, you know? Or they need to have like a sign or something. You know, like a sign like right here is like crafting or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's lit above the paths, but not the stuff really well, right? So you come over here, this is the trading. She's there, so it's got one light on. Oh, let me see if my tools are fine. Oh, they're fine. Oh, there's an artifact. So up there on the screen, you can see the little icon. That's for an artifact. We'll go get that in a second. And this is like where you do the icon turning in stuff, the artifact turning in. And I'm almost done with this one, but I'll talk about that in a second. I keep getting duplicates. So you got this nice tree. Why don't they just put some lights hanging out from this little platform thing up here and light up the place a little bit more? It's so dark. How can you even find your way around? I get lost here all the time. I always have to like look at the map. It's like, which way am I facing? Which way goes to where? It's driving me crazy. So I hate it. By the way, if you're looking for that engraven or whatever, however you say it, mermaid fish, you can fish for it right here. That's where I caught one. But yeah, they could light it up a little bit more. My little frog. It's kind of irritating that it's so dark. If you look at the map, it's sort of in the middle, but not really in the middle. So we'll just have to see what the Zendru Way ends up being whenever that part of the story drops. They need... Let's talk about the map for a minute. They need a fast travel point in the cavern here, in Lilac Cavern, and one in Red Blossom Cave. They need these stable, what do they call them? Stables. They need those in there, or just or make 2 new ones, and don't call them stables. Call them, I don't know, waypoint, or whatever you want to call it. But they need one there, they need one there, they need one over here in Jeunesse Pass. They can probably use one like in here somewhere, in the center of this area. Because you would have to go all the way over here, or all the way down here, or all the way up at the top. Way over there, right? Seriously? They're on the edges. Like, why'd they do that? They need one here in the middle, like here. At this little old shrine ruin thing. They need a fast travel point right there. So you can go boom, 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 boom. One over here, here, and then one over here. Like you can move around better. It's really aggravating that you have to just run around like a maniac trying to get from one place to the other. Okay, so let me go back around in a circle so I can figure out where I am. There's the board. This right here needs to be lit up more. This thing right here needs to be lit up more so you can see it when you're in here. I don't know why they do that. Okay, so let's start off at where do we want to go? Let's start off in Mauvais Way. So I should probably make a list. Oh no, let me go back. I forgot about the artifact. There went 100 gold. Duh. I forgot about that. And I need the art of where to go. Was on the map. Where was I standing? I came around over here. Over here. There it is. Okay. It's... Wait. Why did I just see it and then it went away? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's on the map and now I don't see it. That's really weird. Okay, there it goes. Okay, let's try this way. So as you walk around the Elderwood, you do want to pick up the essence and pick up what you can. I'm not going to do mining right now. Hopefully you've gotten your storage up to the 10,000. 16. Okay, so it's right here. Oh, they look like they're real close to each other today. So let's talk about artifacts while we're doing this artifact stuff. Okay. I'm not a happy camper with the whole thing. I mean, I don't mind looking for them and all that kind of jazz, right? Okay, well, is it out this way? Don't shoot me. There it is. I keep getting that mushroom leather recipe thing. I don't know how many times. Here's the other one. I keep getting duplicates, and I'm going to show you the evidence of the numerous duplicates that I'm getting. Okay, so let me get out of the way. I'm going to stand here and look kind of silly because we're just going to stand here. Okay, so let me go over to the screen. I'm going to change over here. Okay, so up on my screen there's a website where you can go track your stuff for Palia. Okay, so let's go ahead and show that. It's called Palia Tracker. PaliaTracker.com. So you can go over there and you can click and you can do your artifacts and you can keep track of what you have, right? So, and this person has done a fabulous job with this website. I have no problems with the website. I love it. I think it's great. It helps you keep track. So like here you can see like ancient statue number 2, I have 1. And usually if it says 1, I've already turned it in. If it says 2, I turn 1 in and I have 1 extra. I think that's the way I'm doing it. So if you go down, you can see them all. Look at this ancient machine number 4. I have 2 or 1, 3, 2. Okay, so they're all here, 2. Like all these duplicates. Look at this Umbran painting. So twice I worked up to get the essence to buy the artifact bag and it gave me a duplicate. Here's another one. Why is it doing that? It's very... I'll never finish this. And then they talk about, you know, going to the Discord and trading or doing an in-chat. Let me go down here and hide that. You know, doing... the chat, right? I tried that a couple times. It's like, yeah, I have blah, blah, blah. I have blah, blah, blah for you, la, 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 right? You know, and I need this artifact, la, 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 right? I want to turn to my right. Get lost. No, I want to go, yeah, I want to go down here. I want to go back over to the, I don't want to go this way. No, I missed it. Go back this way. Like, I don't want to, that, it's just, it's so cumbersome. It's so time consuming. You know, it's like, Really? Am I getting... See, I'm getting lost. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. I'm going to go back over to the central stables so I can see if there was a fast travel point there. I just would have found it in there instead of coming all the way back over here. But yeah, like, I don't want to spend a bunch of time in chat saying, hey, I've got this, I need that, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just... And if nobody answers you, then you end up stuck with the duplicates. You can't sell them. And I don't, think that I really actually want to sell them, right? Because somebody might need them. So they need a better way. Like, they need some kind of method where you can, like, just put them somewhere and people come and pick it up and then they give you what you're... Like, there needs to be some kind of way to do that. I don't know if I have that one or not. Let's go see if I can turn that one in. And then you gotta figure out, like, where the damn things are in here. Oh my god, it's so irritating. I think it's this one. See, I have number 2. I need number 1. So that was just like a waste of my time. So I think those are both duplicates. Because if you go to the Umbran, right, so there's the loots. I have both of those. So again, this has been like the 4th day in a row where I've tracked the artifacts and they're duplicates. So I'm not making any progress and I can't get rid of them. I can't sell them. So why are they doing it that way? If you try and you go into the chat and you say, whatever, I have blah, 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 if nobody's around or willing to do it or on your server or whatever, you're just still stuck and you just typed a message for no reason. So you're like, seriously? I just spent time figuring out which ones I need and typing it all up and then putting it in the chat? No. That's just not happening. So what's going to end up going on instead is it'll take 6 months or whatever to finish those things, unless I can find somebody to do, like, spend like an hour, like half an hour, like, this is what I have, this is what I'll give you, what do you got, you can give me the ones I'm missing. I have no idea what that is. Probably somebody was doing something. So yeah, so I'm not happy about it because it's just a waste of my time. Let's go over to... It's just a waste of my time. Stop crying. I have to feed her soon. And I mean, some people just don't want to spend their time doing that. I don't mind that you come out here up on the cliff like this. Pretty cool. So you have kind of an overview of what's going on. The other thing that I think that I would recommend to them, sinuses, is to make the platinum more easily recognizable. It's really hard to tell as you're running by and walking around and doing this, that, and the other if there's platinum. And then you go and you check, like let's say over here. Like you would go over here and you would check and you go, oh yeah, that I don't need that. And it's and the same with, like, sometimes this, if you're not looking at it from the right angle, you think, oh, that's platinum, but it's not, it's pallium. So it's a lot of, like, wasting your time because you're going to go check and then you're like, oh no, that's not it, I don't want that. Because maybe you're not looking for, mining for pallium right now, you're just looking for platinum. This just makes it difficult. And really what I've found is that you just kind of find it as you're going around. But if you were, like, on a mission, like today I'm going out looking for platinum because blah blah blah, like here's some right here, right? Maybe they need to make that gray, the darker gray, like glow a little bit or something. I don't know, some way that they could do it. I saw something somewhere over here. I drowned one day. I fell I fell in one of those one of those holes. I'll show you the little whirlpool holes. I fell in there. It's like you drown. So this isn't a bad area. I like the fact that it's probably my favorite area in the sense that it's got a lot of open area. It's not like cluttered. And so you can see at a distance like what's around you, you know. And there's room to move without dodging trees and this, that, and the other, and being on like a bunch of different levels. It's fairly flat with some little rocks and stuff sticking out. That's nice. So that when you're doing whatever you're doing over here, you can see it. Now at night it can get dark, and then they can have the fog come in, which is really nice. I like the effect of that. This place right here is really fun if you're hunting the little schmoles. I usually go up here because you have a view of a lot of the different holes that you can shoot them at. And then you can just, hopefully people will join up with you and you can, you know, do a lot of shooting. That's how I got the plushies. So that area is pretty neat. It takes a while. What? It takes a while to figure out what's where and your route and getting around, and I still get lost. Because I'm like, what? Where was that I saw that? I recommend that you use the compass up at the top. So like if I'm going east and you look at the map, right, you can kind of see like where you need to go. And that's what I do a lot. I use the compass. I'm like, especially like over in the deep woods, because I'm like, wait, I'm going west when I want to be going east. And so it helps to know that. Don't slime me. I'm just visiting. No. You little meanie. They're just hanging around. But I think right here, this should be a fast travel point, because you're right, like in the middle. No, I thought it was this one. You're in the middle, like here or there. It doesn't matter to me, like somewhere in here. This one's kind of close, so maybe over here at the other circle. And just make them, there's the whirlpool. Don't go in there, you will drown. It'll put you back where you first fell in, so it's not too bad. I definitely need these. So you have to just kind of like hop around here. The slime does slow you down. There's a potion that you can use that effect won't hit you, but then you have to use essence to make the potion or buy it, whatever, at Tamala's shop. I just hop around as best I can. You know, that's all I do. I just hop around here and look around. Like I'll come and check and see, you know, is anybody else hunting? You know, kind of like just look over the area and see who's around. If anybody's hunting, they'll hunt with you for the most part, unless they're in a party or whatever. I look around for the mushrooms, those elder flowers, some essence. Because everybody could use that. I'm walking around with my where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I'm walking around with my axe. Yeah, so sometimes it's good to like come up here and stand here and shoot down as other people are hunting. See that guy hunting? There's some essence over there. Like that. Really? That one was like in the rock. So yeah, so it's a nice area. I'm sure a lot of people come here. they do the fishing and the hunting here. It's a pretty big area. You look at the map. I mean, it's, you know, it's a pretty big area. What do you want, baby? I'll give you something in a minute. I'm going to be done soon. We're going to go to the deep woods. I'm going to kind of skip over these two areas over here. Well, I might go to Matana Grove, and then I got to feed the dog. So let's go over to the deep woods. There is a fast travel point over here, a stable. Why they call it a stable? This isn't a stable. Silly. And that one is the deep woods. And this is where I was talking about. This should not be in a tree. It makes no logical sense that this stable is in a tree. You're like way up here. First of all, if you're afraid of heights, you will hate this place. You would just hate it. This guy climbing over there. It's really it's kind of creepy, but of course that's kind of the feel of the place anyway. Overall, the Elderwood's kind of creepy, because it's all like messed up. And this right here, this area, I use the compass a lot because the way that the map is, like, you can just see there's different levels, and then you've got the trees. So you know, what I usually do is come over here and I start like looking down and looking around and see what I see in the trees. Like if I see any mushrooms, if I happen to see an elderflower, and then, you know, like look at the direction. So I'm facing north. So if I look at the map, you can see I'm facing north, and I can see like what's up that way. So I use the compass a lot when I'm in the deep woods. It really helps a lot, because at first I was just getting lost. It's like I have no idea where I am in here. All these trees look the same. All these plateaus look the same. It all just looks the same. Like there wasn't really anything like differentiating it, you know. But if you use your compass, it'll help you a lot to get around here. Now the caves, not really. I have to look at the map. So let's go over to Matana Grove, and then I'm going to go feed my dogs because she's hungry. I have the sniffles. I'm all clogged up. I can't win for losing. Okay, so this is Matana Grove. It's very open. And you can hunt the agopu over here. I usually run the ledge to the right, run the ledge to the left. You know, I'll go run over here, take a look around, see if I see anything over here by the waterfall, which is really pretty. This is kind of semi-open. It's just it's on like different levels, and there's a lot of trees. So you can see there's a lot of trees. So I just kind of will come over here and look, see if there's anything going on here. I sometimes fish over there. It's not a bad area. The only thing is getting over the water. Like they don't have, this is kind of irritating. Like we're going to look at the map. Maybe it was here. Maybe that's why this wood is here. I don't know. Maybe where the dock is? Let's look at the map. So this water, there's no bridge from this land to this land. Like they need a raised bridge, an arch bridge to go here. I don't know, there's over here, but like here, they need something here, because you come in over here. You can come off of this platform, and I have a platform right there. And you can still fish in there and all that kind of jazzmo. You know what I mean? Like, so this is where you can get like a lot of honey, and you go down there and do hunting. And it's kind of this whole area go down here. Matana Grove and Honey Meal Slope and Jeunesse Pass are kind of all similar looking. So a couple of different levels, little plateaus or whatever, trees, and some open, a little bit of open. Like you can see, this is narrow open. This over here, it's a bog, so it's like flat. So it's like you can see further. You can't, like when you're over here, you can't like really see, like you can't see that far because first of all there's cliffs. You're at the end, so don't slime me. I'm just passing through, not hunting, passing through. Oh my gosh. Let's pick that up. Yeah, don't hit me. Don't hurt me. Like they're everywhere here, but nobody's hunting. Ah! Slimer. Anyhow, oh, they're all like, get out. They're so mean. They're so mean. You could just be standing there and they're like sliming you. Okay, so let me use my compass. So now I'm facing north, right? But we don't want to go north. We want to go south. There's a waterfall. Which if you look at it, if you kind of come and stand here without falling off. I've cut around the waterfall, the backside of it. But you can come over here and be like south. If you cut these trees, you can get the essence. And I got 8 essence from that. So yeah, so you can see it's kind of got like a couple of little open areas, flat, slightly hilly. You can kind of see, but it's sort of also enclosed. So you can see like it's similar to Matana Grove, which is like up north, right? So Matana Grove is up that way. So that's why I say like use your compass to get around, because otherwise you will get confused where you are. Look at all these guys just hanging around, so you can check. So this is like an open area, and then if you look, so I'm facing south. So south of me is Jeunesse Pass. So you can just come up here, not fall off, and just you keep going south and you'll be there. And then you can check the map and you can see you're there. So you can just go up that piece of wood and you can be over here. And you can see it's got kind of a little flat areas and little plateaus. So overall, it's a good experience. I would say that the launch of this expansion has been fairly smooth, not perfect. There are game crashes. I know people are always fussing about the Switch version. I didn't hear too much about any issues on the PS5 or the Xbox. But I don't play on my PS5, so, and I don't have an Xbox, so I didn't really like pay attention to those kind of issues. There's plenty to do. There's mining, there's fishing, hunting. There's things to craft, recipes, and so on and so forth. I just wish that they would make some more fast travel points. They can call them something else. Just make some more fast travel points and make it easier to get around. I have one more shrine that I need 2 sacred flowers for. Everybody's, I think, in the same position, unless you got lucky with something. I don't know if it's a glitch or a story thing. But I can't get the accomplishment for the shrines, which is this one, because of that issue. I need 1 more flower. So this way here, Zendru Way, is obviously going to open up once the story continues. This is like some infected magic area, infected essence area. We'll break through, and these, I guess, are going to connect. I don't know how much it'll come up this way, or if it's just going to be in here. Like, I don't know what their plans are for that. You do have villagers come over to the Elderwood, so if you don't find them in Kilima or Bahari, they would probably be over here in the Elderwood because people are doing quests. Overall, I think they've done a very good job. My main beef is this fast travel thing, and then the fishing. The fishing buff that they did, I hate it. I hate it so much. It just makes fishing just so unenjoyable. Really, really super unenjoyable. And it's like I end up like coming to dread it. And that's not fun in, to have your game like that. And then you've got accomplishments that you want to get, but the fishing is so irritating. Like, I'm lucky I caught this stupid shark. Like, it was a miracle I caught that shark and this eel. I think I caught 2 of this. 1 of these. Or they're going to need to take your equipment here, this fishing rod, and they're going to have to do better boosts. Because I have these boosters or whatever, and they don't work worth a crap. Like, I can't tell that they even do anything. So they need to rethink that. Maybe somebody that works there really, really super likes fishing, but you know what? The game isn't for you. It's for other people. And you need to make it where it, like, makes sense. Like, what's the point of using this thing if it just doesn't work? And I've tried the major, and I've tried the other speed booster one, and it's just like, you still can't catch the stupid fish. It's either moving too much, and I'm on a controller. Maybe it's easier with a keyboard and mouse to do the fishing that way. I've never tried it, but I don't know. I'll just have to see. So those are my thoughts on the Elderwood. I really like it. I like the furniture. I'd like them to add maybe another furniture set would be cool. Maybe a emerald green one would be pretty. Maybe emerald green, and not this blue green, but emerald green and white or something would look, and black would look really pretty. The items are cute. I like the farming is cute for the pumpkin and the beans. Those were nice. The sacred flower issue with one being missing that you can't get to complete that accomplishment is silly. Not a fan of the artifacts at all. I just don't like it. I think it's just a waste of my time. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to go stick these things in my storage, and I can't sell them. And they're just going to be like, if I go home, what do I do that for? If I go home, I mean, I'll show you. It's like a waste of my time. And if you buy the artifact bag for 500 essence, which you spent time gathering and running around picking up and cutting trees for and hunting things for, right? You should not get duplicates. So here they are up here at the top. So you can see this one. Now I have 3 of them. I'll have to update my spreadsheet thing, my tracker sheet. And this is the necklace. Now I have 2. So I have 3 of these. 3, 1. So these are extras because I already turned them in. 3 of those. 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. This is a waste. That means I literally have to go to the tracker and put these numbers in there. And then like share it and say, hey, will somebody trade with me? And this is what I need. Pain in the butt. I just don't like it. So anyhow, that's kind of what I think of the Elderwood. I do like the look of it. I like to run around there. It is fun to run around there. But I do miss Bahari. They split up. Silver is now in Kilima. Gold is in Bahari. And the Palium is in Pallium, whatever, is in Elderwood. They did split that up. I do wish that they would come up with another creature like a Cernuk, or bring like a, I don't know, maybe like a white one or a purple one, or I don't know, something that we could hunt over there. They brought over the Mugen. Why didn't they bring the Cernuk? That's kind of silly, right? I mean, they're in Kilima, they're in Bahari. Why didn't they bring them over to the Elderwood? Or a new one, a new kind of Cernuk. Call it something different, like a new creature. But one like that may be easier for other people to hunt as opposed to hunting the Agopu, because maybe that's hard for some people. But just offer some alternatives, right? So anyhow, I still love the game. After I'm done, basically like finishing up this build here, which I still have a few more things to do, but I'm like getting close to the decor limit, so I won't be able to do too much more. Then I'll start grinding again and saving up for decorating this other plot. So this plot here, Lord have mercy, this plot right here. What do I do with this plot? You have any ideas? Leave a comment below for me. This thing here drives me crazy. Okay, the concept itself is cool. The execution sucks. Okay, these little freaking buildings that are on the outside of the plot layout, these buildings, that building, this building, move up, this building, this one, and these two over here should be inside your plot so you can build on them. And that's just the limitation of the plot. Like, bring them in here, and then you can only have limited building space for building, like buildings, like an actual building. But that's what that's the compromise that you get if you want these things, or sell these in the store so you can use them. Now, I mean, I did use one of them, but then you have to do like this freaking put the little pieces of wood or whatever out so you can use it. You alright? I'm gonna come feed you. So anyhow, yeah, they still got work to do. But if you want to find me in game, you can find me Cail Elderwood. Just send me a message, send me a friend request. Let me know your thoughts about the Elderwood in the comments here. Be sure you subscribe to the channel. Be sure you also go over and subscribe to Cail's Corner. This one here is Gaming with Cail. It's where I put all my gaming videos. I'm moving them all over just to this one gaming channel. And you can follow me here on YouTube, Gaming with Cail, and Cail's Corner. That's where I do my crafting videos. And you can also, I'm coming, hold on. You can follow me on Twitch at Gaming with Cail. If I'm doing a live stream, I will usually dual stream, so I will be both on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, be sure you follow me and we can talk about the game. I'm a casual gamer. I'm waiting for the next Animal Crossing game to come out, the mainline game to come out. Okay, I'm gonna go feed my puppy. Thanks for watching. I enjoy showing off my little properties and all the little work I do, just because I love the way that they look. I appreciate that the developers put so much work into this game. There's just a few things that are like little pet peeves of mine as far as like things in the game, but for the most part, it is really, really cool. I mean, if you want just a chill crafting kind of do your own thing game, this is it. So, and especially, and I'm gonna say it, if you're a girl, yeah, it's like right down your alley. So follow me for more Palia gameplay and commentary, and I'm gonna go feed my little puppy, and I will see you guys next time. Let me get over to the screen I need to be on. I'll see you next time.